Talk, the show where beauty professionals share the real stories behind salon suite life. No fluff, no filters, just the truth. I'm Raina, owner of Houston Loc Ferry, and I created Sweet Talk because nobody really prepares us for what it really takes to build freedom, income, and sustainability in a salon suite. In every episode, we talk about the wins, the mistakes, the money, and the mindset shifts, whether you're thinking about a suite or already in one. Today, I'm sitting down with Miss Natasha Ford, owner of the Loc Tribe in Arlington, Texas. Hey, Natasha.
Hey, Raina.
How you doing today?
I am doing wonderful. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
So happy you're here. I am elated. So I know who you are. I am very familiar with you, but introduce yourself to everybody that's watching.
Okay, so again, my name is Natasha Ford. I am a licensed cosmetologist. I have been for the last 14 years. Got my license in 2014. So, and I've been practicing as a loctician ever since. I just recently received my trichology certificate in December. So I'm extremely excited about that because I can now help people with any type of scalp disorders that they may have. So that is me in a nutshell.
I love it. That's amazing. And you started in 2014 and you're still elevating, you're still learning, you're still growing your business. And I think that's what this is all about. So congratulations on that. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I do.
So
I really
for
do.
everyone who is wondering, Natasha, owner of the Loc Tribe, is also my mentor. She's the queen that brought me under her wing and taught me everything that I know. She is my loctician. She is my friend. She is my family, and I love her dearly. And I can't wait for you guys to see exactly what I've been seeing for years. So we're about to get started and get to know you a little bit better and about your journey in your salon suite. So tell us a little bit about when you first started in your salon suite. When did you move into your first salon suite?
So immediately after I finished school in 2014, I was working in a salon with two other ladies. And then the salon was broken into that very next year. So 2015, December of 2015 is when I moved into my first salon suite.
Wow. Yeah. Wow, 2015. Okay, so almost 11 years now. Well, about 11 years now you've been in a suite. What was that journey like moving into your suite? Did you have any fears or things you were concerned about when you first did that jump?
I didn't have any fears per se. It was definitely a lot of unknowns, but I was more excited to just be in my own space, number one. The way, like I said previously, the salon suite was broken into. And so at that point, I just really wanted to be in a more secure space. But then get my own space, because at the time when I was working with clients in the salon, the shared salon, I came across a couple of clients that did not really care to have their, scalp or hair exposed before it was actually done. So that was my main focus of trying to make sure that I had a spot that was exclusive for people if they didn't want, to be seen before their finished look. Right. So I was very excited. I was like, oh, yes, I'm about to be my own boss, my own everything. Yes. So that was, the excitement. And I moved quick because, like I said, the salon was broken into and I still had clients because this was during Christmas break. So, my clientele was still, moving along. So I had to move quick. But yeah, once I got in there, I just
hit the
start rolling with the punches.
Yep. And that's what you got to do. So not as many fears, but more excitement. And you were kind of forced into it, but it was also a personal choice to get into your own salon suite because of what happened at the previous salon, right?
Yeah, I was definitely forced into it.
Okay. It's safe to say that. Okay. And so did you already have a clientele prior to getting into your salon
Hmm.
suite? Okay. Okay. And that, would you say, is very important to anyone who's thinking about getting into a salon suite?
It's definitely important to have a clientele, because if you do not have a clientele, it's very hard to expect walk-ins.
Mm,
So yeah, you definitely have to have your own clientele, established clientele, not
mm,
just the fact
yeah.
that you get bookings every now and then.
Yeah.
You have to have a consistent, clientele base. That would be, my recommendation,
Right.
because you want to
Right.
be, you want to be secure in knowing that you will be able to take care of your, booth rent,
Yeah.
because it's no longer you paying, you know, your salon owner. Now it's, you're in a system where it's 9 times out of 10 is coming out of automatic draft or whatever. So you want to make sure that you're secure with that, but then enough to be able to take care of your own family and lifestyle. So
Right.
yes, that's
And I
definitely
always,
important.
yeah, I always I advise people of that when they ask about moving into a salon suite. I'm like, make sure you got your clientele, because, and not like you said, not just getting bookings, but like those consistent regulars that are gonna come in. At least you
Hmm.
go see them every month or every few weeks or something like that. Like those are the ones you need when you get into your
Yes,
salon suite.
exactly. Yep. I like
Okay,
to say
so
those that budget me into their normal, monthly budget. That's what I
yes,
like.
yes. I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. Did you have any expectations um versus like realistic versus reality when you moved into your suite? Like, did you expect it to be one way and then reality hit you and it wasn't going that way? Or did you already know, like, okay, this is what I need to do, this is how I need to do it?
Oh no, I definitely did not already know.
Okay.
It was definitely, you know, case by case scenario when I first started in there. But yeah, I think the biggest misconception is, because I not only have I thought it just briefly, but suite owners that have said the same thing, that when you come into a salon suite kind of like this, you think that because there are other people in, that same profession, but yet, or should I say under the same umbrella, that you'll probably get more referrals. And that's not
Mm,
always the case.
mm-mm.
You probably have to set up your signage and things like that for people to be able to see what you do and who you are. But it's not easy to be able to, just kind of, get clients as far as word of mouth from other stylists. Number one, they could be possibly doing the same thing that you're doing, but then number two, they probably want to take care of the client themselves as well, or
Yeah.
your schedules don't align. Like, we have a barber in here in this suite, and I have hardly ever come across her. So where I may have a client or two that come out of the chair and they're like, "Hey, do y'all have a barber in here?" I'm like, "Yeah, but she's not here right now, or I didn't
Yeah.
see her." So things like that, it just arises to where it's not always, a good thing to think or assume that you're going to get, easy bookings from, your other suite mates in here. I
Yeah.
think that's one misconception that I kind of thought. And I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
no,
You can't
real quick.
rely on that. No,
No,
you cannot rely. You got to get out there and get the clients yourself.
exactly.
So your startup, when you first started in the beauty industry, how did that look, and how do you think it molded you to be able to survive in a salon suite? Did you have, did you see other people in salon suites and? Have
No, I think my you mean it like what was I like, how was I introduced to the whole sweet life?
right, right, right.
Um, I think when I was in school, a young lady came through. She was basically looking for an assistant,
Mm,
and she was in the salon suite. And
mm,
so that was my first time even, like I heard of salons in the park, but I didn't really know too much about it. I just kind of passed by, whatever, didn't inquire about it. But then when she came in, while I was in school, and I'm seeing that, oh, you could actually, be in business for yourself. You don't have to go into an actual salon and work, on an open floor. So that was definitely intriguing to me.
yeah.
But I knew, because aside from, starting in school, I'd worked in a hair salon before.
Mhm,
So I knew that clientele was important. And
mhm.
so that's why when I first started out, I definitely wanted to be in an open salon suite. I mean, an open salon concept.
Yeah, yeah. And you learned a
Mhm.
lot being in the open salon concept.
Yeah, I
Which,
did. Definitely did.
yeah. So that's
Yeah.
important. That's important. Um, okay, that's amazing. I love that. Um, so do you feel like there were any early mistakes that you made looking back at when you first got into your suite that you would kind of do differently?
Um, I mean, I would definitely say plan. The only thing is I did not have that, that option. Number one,
Mm,
when you're, because, okay, we're talking about having a salon suite and
mm,
also having clientele.
right.
Number one, you have to understand that when you move spaces, period, you're not going to take everybody with you.
Mm,
So I think number one, planning for the downtime when you're in a suite, I think that's something that, needs to be planned ahead of time. Um, Decor, you have to, decorate your place, yourself, and you don't want it to be lackluster. You definitely want it to be able to attract people. So you
yeah.
have to plan financially for that. Um, your booking system. You definitely want a booking system. You got to plan for that, because to sit down and to put all of that into a computer system for people to be easily clicking, it's going to
Yeah.
take you some time,
Yeah.
so just
Planning.
like I said, just planning, period,
Yeah.
because jumping into it,
Yeah.
you're gonna get your feet wet.
Yeah.
It might not be easy. It might come with a couple of struggles, but you
Yeah.
know, I think
Either way,
that's the
it's
big.
a lesson
It
that you
is.
learn, and
Yeah.
you can go through some hard lessons at the beginning.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm so thankful for you, because when I initially got into the beauty industry, all I knew was open concept salons. I think
Mhm.
salon suites were fairly kind of, well, no, they weren't new, but it wasn't as popular as they are now. And so like
Exactly.
everybody wants a salon suite now. But I was a
Mhm.
little nervous at the beginning. I was very, very nervous at the beginning about getting into a suite and building clientele and everything like that. But that's why I always thank you, because you prepared me. You told me so many things that I still to this day use and have in the back of my mind. Being in a salon suite, or even and it goes to like just running a business, period, or being a beauty professional, period. Like it's across
Mhm.
the board information that is needed out here. And so I'm just so thankful and grateful that I had someone that told me those things, opposed to being out here hitting my head against the wall, learning
Right.
the hard way.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But
I
it's
tell
so
you,
important.
it is very
It's very
much.
important.
Yeah.
And another thing, so I I remember at the beginning it was an adjustment, like you said, the booking websites, the choosing which clients you want to take and how you should
Mhm.
price yourself, how you use your time, how you manage
Mhm.
your time. There's so many
Mhm.
elements that I think people forget about, or even just plain don't know about, that goes into
Mhm.
running a successful salon suite, and
Yeah.
um and having everything run smoothly, because there's so many unknown elements that can happen. And like you said,
Mhm.
security, that's a
Yeah.
major one for me. And I know it
It
is for
is.
you too.
It
Security
is.
is so important. And I was even at a suite one time, because I've had to go to many to learn which works best with me. And I was at
Yeah.
one where people had open access to me and could literally walk right in, and that was
Right.
so uncomfortable.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I can only imagine being somewhere where, it gets broken into, or people are, just, I mean, I know when we first started,
Right.
we walked the
Exactly.
clients out. You taught me how to walk a client
Yes.
out,
Yeah.
especially if it's
Yeah.
dark outside.
Yes,
So it
yes. And then
depends
look,
on
it's so crazy
the
because I didn't think about how that actually impacts people. But one of my clients left that as one of the reviews. She was like, and she even walked me to my car because it was late. I was like,
Yes,
oh, how sweet.
that is
But yeah,
major.
it is.
But
It's
we were
very
aware
important.
of the surroundings.
Yes. Yep.
So that's something else. Uh,
Yeah.
but
Mm.
people are literally like finding me on Google and then just thinking they could just come right to the salon. And I'm like, no, you cannot do that.
Yeah.
Like, I felt scared sometimes because I'm like, who's going to walk in here? So I couldn't stay there. I had to go somewhere where there was a locked door, someone at the door or letting people in, but it couldn't be open access. I had to have a lock somewhere. So security
Yeah.
is so huge. Yeah, you get it.
It is. Trust me. Yes, ma'am. Because and then too, it's a thing of like when your clients are looking for you, if or if it's a new client, if they see a kind of shoddy area or it's kind of questionable, they're probably going to think twice and not even want to come to you because they're like, yeah, no, I don't want to go to that side of town, or
Exactly.
or want to be in that area after hours or something like that.
Right.
So. Yeah.
And that's why location is important. And it depends on what
Mhm.
kind of clients you're looking for. Like, if that's okay with you, that's fine. Like, if
That
that's your
is.
vibe, that's fine. But if
Mhm.
you want to be safe and have that security and know that you'll
Right.
be safe when you walk out at night, you got to make
Yep.
sure you pick a safe area.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Hey,
Location,
um,
location.
tell us a little bit about your suite now. So I know you just moved, and
Mhm.
congratulations on the move.
Thank you,
I
thank you.
know you're in a double suite now.
Yeah, that's why I had to kind of go over there because my lights were going off on the other side
Oh,
because of the inactivity. Yeah, so I just moved here because the suite that I was in before didn't have plumbing that would accommodate my head spa bed. So I
mm,
moved in here and yeah, I had to knock down a wall to have, to have adequate spacing and stuff like that. But I love it. I love the location. It's in the heart of this medical center over here in Arlington. Um, I've like I said, I've got great suite mates, the ones that are here because it is a new building. So yeah, they like I said, some of the suites are still not occupied, but for the ones that are, we're all nice and cordial to each other. That's something too to kind of, a little tidbit,
yeah.
definitely get in communication with your suite mates and find
Mm,
out who they are, what they do, what they specialize in,
mhm.
because and let them know what you specialize in because that is something that you could possibly get, cross clientele and stuff like that. But
Right.
for the most part, I love it. I love the space. My clients love the shampoo bowl, which is what I really wanted for them. When I
Yeah.
got it, I was only thinking of comfort for them. I want
Yeah.
my clients to be comfortable all the way through. But man, having this thing it's a game changer. It really is because
So
they all
inquiring minds are gonna want to know. Tell us about this head spa. What is the head
okay.
spa?
So basically, look,
Because I
you
know
want me to
people are
tell
gonna
it?
want to know.
Okay.
I want
All
to see
right.
it.
So this is my head spa. Look, let me see if you can see it. This is
Wow.
the Japanese head spa. And so basically this thing here comes up, it lets water come out. I'd have to, put the whole thing down or whatever. But basically with them laying down, they get a full body massage. And of course, I'm doing whatever I need to do with their head as far as whether it's shampooing, just, regular shampooing and conditioning, or if they're getting some type of treatment with the head spa. I have different, um,
Yeah.
things that you can do if I'm trying to tackle some type of issue with a treatment, then it's easy to be accessible to their head from, the position that I'm in. But like I said, I really just got it so they could be comfortable.
I love
And
that.
they are that and more. Because
I
now they're
love
like, okay,
that.
now we need a bed to sleep in because I don't even want to get my hair done now. I just want to lay down and go to sleep.
Yes. Now, have you had people fall asleep?
Oh my God, yes. I had a man the other day. He was a new client, but I knew him because his wife comes to me. And so
Uh-huh.
she had been telling him about it. And by the time it was over, I was like, all right, we're all done. And normally when I put the towel over their head, that'll kind of wake them up if they're in a deep sleep. Brother man did not move. And I was like, Kevin,
Oh,
Kevin. I had to kind of go from afar because I didn't know how he wakes up or whatever. So I was like,
yeah. You might wake up.
Kevin. Right, exactly. But he looked at me, he was gone for a minute. He was like,
Oh,
oh man. He's like, bro. He said, I just found my new loctician. I promise you I did. But yeah, they really they love it.
I
I'm
love
I'm I'm happy. Yeah.
and I cannot wait to come try it. Like I'm
Listen.
like wanting to drive to Arlington right now. Oh,
I
I mean,
know. It's so
because you
bad.
give the best shampoos
Mhm.
already. So I
Thank
already
you.
know it's like 10 times.
Look, especially with that,
Oh,
because every now and then I'll get in there for myself just for a little massage at the end of my day. Oh,
yes.
child, I go to sleep. You hear me? That thing
I
is very
love it.
relaxing.
I was only thinking about the water and the shampoo, but I didn't realize it was a massage bed too.
hmm Yeah, so the
Now,
the rollers roll on the back, then the arms you have the little slits on the side for the arms to get it's called acupressure, and then
yeah,
along the leg as well, depending
the
on how
whole
tall you are. Yeah. Well, I mean, it just it depends on how tall you are.
okay.
If you're shorter, I think it gets more like your between your calves and ankles area for the
Mm,
leg. But then if you're taller, then it'll get like your, calves, knee area type of thing. But
gotcha.
yeah.
Okay, okay. I love that. So if
Thank
anybody
you. Thank
is
you.
looking for an amazing shampoo
Amazing
experience,
thing.
go to the Loc Tribe. But no,
Yes.
I have a question though. So
Okay.
I think this is good for everyone thinking about getting into a suite or that's already in a suite. What made you invest in a new addition like that? You're already successful. You're already, have a clientele. You're already doing great. But what made you say, let me add something else? Let me take it up a notch. Let me, like, what was the benefit?
Mainly for my clients
Yeah.
because of the fact that I get so many reviews and so many like even verbal reviews about the shampoo, how relaxing it is. And I know that when I started doing this, when I shampoo, I want to shampoo the way I want my hair shampooed, and I want every inch of my hair touched. So that's
Yeah.
how I shampoo. And
Yeah.
so with them just saying how relaxing that is, and then I had already received the head spa service from this Oriental um,
Stop.
service provider. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
it come out. Yes, and then like maybe a week or two after that, I saw the actual bed with the massage, and I was like, oh, I'm
Mm.
about to kill the game with that one. Meaning,
Yeah.
like my clients never leaving,
Yeah.
and so. once I did that in me waiting for it to come, because it did come from overseas. So it took, I think about 2 months. In that time, I started going for my trichology certification. And it was during the trichology certification is when I realized, oh, you really about to do some changing with this thing. I think I was more so thinking of their comfort, my client's comfort. I wasn't thinking about all the ways that I could actually help them even more. So once I realized that, I was sold on it. But like I said, the main reason for it was just so my clients can be comfortable. I want them to be comfortable.
And I feel like the way you treat your clients is exactly the way they'll treat you. They're not going to anybody else. I mean, when I say you have them locked in, I mean, it's because you provide such an experience. And this is where I get it from. This is honestly, everybody, hey, this is where I get it from. This is why I feel like providing the experience is so much more important than how good you can do a retwist, or how good your styles look, or how good, like I was saying, like how clean your parts are. Like that's all a perk. Like that's all a plus. But the experience is what people really come for, and that's what they book for, and that's what this is all about. And especially on our lock journey, like it's already very emotional. It's our crowns, but when you go in for each appointment and can experience laying back in a massage chair and having your scalp stimulated, and I mean just feeling safe and secure and loved on, like that's everything. So I love that. I love that your clients are the main purpose, like their comfort is the main purpose for it. Like anybody else, someone would have said money. Oh, so I can charge more. No, see, that's not, you're already wrong. You're already wrong. Because all of the benefits are going to come along with it. But if your mindset is not already focused on doing, what's right and what's more comfortable for your clients, then you already started off. I love that. I love that for you.
Well, thank you. Experience. I'm ready for you too. I'm ready.
I can't wait. Okay, so let's see. We kind of already touched on what is not talked about enough about salon suites, but could you say what decision had the biggest impact on your business growth in general? Just like your mindset about how you grow your business?
I think, and it's crazy, but like what we were just talking about, basically just having clients, at the forefront. I get a lot of my clients will refer. That's the bulk of where, like, I can post on social media all day long, but my clients are really the ones that market me to everybody. Like I've got, it's 3 people that work at a job, but one of them started with me. And she referred everybody else. And now they 3 are like battling with each other to see who can get me the most referrals. They'll cut, like just the other day, one of the guys was in here and he was like, "Hey, did so-and-so tell you about Miss So-and-so?" And I was like, "Who?" And then he ran the name to me again. I was like, "No, I don't think." He was like, "Okay, bet. That's mine. That's my referral. She come, that's my referral." So it's really just treating your clients with the utmost respect, respecting their time, making sure that when they come in for their appointment, they're seen in their appointment time and leave on their appointment time. And just like I said, just caring for them. A lot of times they'll come in and I'll be like, "How much is those chips?" "Girl, grab a chip." This is complimentary,
Yes.
So they, and then they love the feeling of feeling like they're home. I had a lady that came in the other day just for a consultation and she hugged me. She was like, "Thank you so much." She said, I need to feel like I'm at home, and I'm at home here. And this is just a consultation, right?
Wow.
So it's like as long as your clients are being treated, good, they will treat you good and they will send, everybody that they can. I've had
Yeah.
clients referring each other, like, you ought to come to my loctician. And they're like, who's your loctician? Tasha, the Loc Tribe. That's my loctician. So that's the type of stuff you want, so people will take care of you, because they will,
Yeah.
if you're
Yeah.
taking care of them.
And I feel like that's the ultimate goal. Like,
Mhm.
marketing is good, social media is good, but when you have those personal referrals, that's
Yes.
that's amazing. That
Yeah.
word of mouth still goes such a long way. I don't care what year it is.
Yeah.
Word of
Yes, it
mouth
does.
is the best.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And I love to give them incentives too. I'm like, all right, whoever, if you send me 3, then I'll give you half off your next one. If you send me 6 more, 3 more, that's 6, then your next one is free. Send me some more, and then the incentives just keep coming, and they will keep sending them, so.
That is so smart. That is so smart. That is so smart. I hope somebody picked up on that. Incentives for referrals. Yes.
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah.
you do it. Okay. Let's see. So pretty much that leads into my next one about what marketing strategy you use. But I mean, incentives go a long
Hmm.
way with building
Yeah.
your content.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, and it doesn't even have to be just like them sending someone in. Part of
Mm-hmm.
my, my I call it my loyalty program. If they, post, a video or a picture,
Mm-hmm.
they can get a certain percentage off, as
Mm,
long as they're tagging me in it and stuff like that. But I just find different ways for them to be able to, spread the word, because
yeah,
they are my walking billboards,
yeah,
so. That's the
absolutely.
easiest way I could do it, because it's the bane of my existence, getting on social media. I am not lying.
It's rough. It's rough.
Ooh,
And look, that's
honey.
why we're here to help each other out. Because
Baby, listen,
it's a
yes,
struggle for all of us because we are so passionate and we love what we do. And social media kind of takes you a little away from that because you got to get your phone out, you got to get your light out, you got to, get the right
yes,
angles and make the content. And it's a whole nother
hmm,
job in itself. So it's a learning
yeah,
curve for sure. It's beneficial for sure, but
yes, yes, it is.
it's a
Yeah,
lot. So word of mouth is always
yes,
give them something to talk
yes,
about.
Lord. Right?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So how has salon suite ownership changed your lifestyle? We're gonna get a little personal. So do you feel like it's made life easier having your own space and your daily, routine easier, or has it been hard?
No, I will definitely say I think it's easier to have your own salon suite. Number one, I make my own hours. I think in the shared salon, you probably have to go along the hours of whatever the managing, person sets the hours for the building. So I set my own hours. I come and go as I please. And then I don't have to. I know this is not, it doesn't probably happen everywhere, but sometimes in the salons, a shared salon setting, you will have where people will use your products. Other stylists will use your
Mhm.
products. And I don't have to worry about that here. It's just me. The products
Mm-mm.
is used, I know it's me,
Yeah. You ain't
you
gotta worry
know?
about nobody touching your stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Um, and then also too, the environment that I'm creating, if I had somebody else in this space, then that it wouldn't be the same environment. So I'm
Mm.
able to create the environment that I want and stick with it.
Yeah.
Um, so, I like that.
Yeah.
But then, like I said, I just love the freedom. I think it's a lot of freedom. I mean,
Yeah.
I can do certain things here that I couldn't do in a shared salon setting. I mean, I know this is definitely not typical, but it happens on occasion to where I may have to have my daughter here with me.
Yeah.
In the shared salon space, I can't have that. Now,
Yeah.
granted, she's not here every day. She's not here all the time. Matter of fact, she's only been here in this salon when she gets her hair done. However,
Mm.
in the event that I need her to be here,
Need be.
because I can't have her, then I can have her in here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
And
mean,
that's also something to consider, especially as mothers and as
yeah,
business owners. Our children come first. Our family
yeah,
comes first. So if we need
yeah,
to bring them in with us, we need to have a space for them. So that's
that's
something
right.
to consider when you're looking at suites or about to
Hmm.
move into a suite. That's also very
Hmm.
important. I think that's not talked about enough. I
Yeah,
mean, every suite I look at, I try to see, okay, if my baby needs to come, where can she sit?
that's right.
Is there
Yeah,
room
that's
where
right.
she won't be in the way?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I had a time where Queen had to be sent home from school for pink eye.
Mm,
And I had a full day, nowhere to put these people. So I just asked them, I was like, do y'all mind? She's going to be
yeah.
in here. She's going to be secluded, and then, oh yeah, most definitely. Cause they couldn't, reschedule as well,
Yeah.
so it really worked out, it's not anything that she had to be, contained and, not,
It was safe.
in breathing the same air or something. It
Yeah.
wasn't like she had COVID or whatever. But,
Right. Right.
so just that, I was able to have her in here and not disrupt my day,
Yeah.
whereas in a salon, shared salon, you can't do that, there's not space,
Mhm.
so
And
just
there would be a
different
lot
things
of
like that.
opinions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Most
Yeah. So
definitely.
you have that
Yeah.
freedom, that flexibility, and it's
Yeah.
it's it's good to have that. And that's one of the benefits of having your own salon suite.
It
Yeah.
is. It
Okay.
is. Yes,
I
ma'am.
love that. um, let's talk about expenses a little bit. What
Okay.
advice would you give someone moving into a salon suite just to give them a heads up on what they're gonna look forward, well, have to face in coming up in their suite? Like, we know they'll need their products, they'll need to pay their suite rent, but what else would you say is something they need to know? Don't forget to download your copy of the Salon Suite Success Guide, now available at lockfairy.com.
Just depending because not all salon suites provide certain things for you.
Mm,
I've been in some that all they provide is the shampoo bowl. You have to
mm,
bring in your own shampoo chair, the one that reclines back. You
yeah,
have to have your own hydraulic chair, um, and your own dryer.
yeah.
There are some that will provide the shampoo bowl, your hydraulic chair, and the dryer, but you need a fatigue mat. You have to
Mm,
there's no way around that fatigue mat. That is,
I have
it's
it.
you need it.
Mm-mm.
Um, like I said before, decor. Yes, your products, but you have to definitely budget yourself on your products.
Mm,
I don't know how, because I've been in this for so long, I can't remember. I don't even, yeah, there was never a place that I went to. I didn't have to supply my own shampoo.
yeah.
But I've worked in a salon before where other people were using all the same products and stuff. And so there was a thing, like the salon owner, he kind of set this tone where you do one pump because it was a gallon
Mm,
size pump. So one long pump of shampoo, and that ought to get you through that one round of shampoo. Your next round, one pump, and then your next round for your conditioner, one pump of that. And that really, and because it's really, that was more, pumping more than that was more than you needed, and it's wasteful.
it was
You
excessive.
you have to budget, you have to be frugal when it
Yeah,
comes to your products. You can't
yeah.
just be sitting out there using it and spending it because number one, prices are not yesterday's prices.
Mm-mm.
Everything is very expensive now.
Mm-hmm.
So
Do
you
you
want
still
to
do
go
that?
through what's that?
Has it stuck with
One
you?
pump?
Yeah.
No, because I don't use gallon sizes. I do not use gallon sizes. So, and more so because of the fact that I think the brand that I use, I don't think that they sell gallon sizes. I could be wrong, but I
Mhm.
don't think that they do.
Yeah,
So I'm only in liters.
yeah,
But yeah, I'm definitely frugal on my pumps though.
yeah. I think I've
Because
learned
I'm
that along
not,
the way too. I used to
yeah,
go a little crazy with it, and now I'm like, "Mm, let me tone that
yeah.
down a little bit."
Oh yeah, because just even most recently, with these tariffs now, prices
Yeah.
are not the same. They're not. So yeah, gloves used to be $11 a box. Now it's $27 a box. You know,
Yes. And
so
gloves are
I,
very necessary. You gotta have gloves.
yes,
Yeah.
most definitely. Yep.
Mm,
Yeah. So it's you gotta think about everything. Look, I'm looking around. You got to
yeah.
think about everything.
Yeah.
Everything is, it's at you.
Everything
Nobody
costs.
supplies you with anything.
Mm-mm. It's all
The
on
only
you.
thing they do is give you a key, and then
Yeah.
every week they got them hand out like this. That's it. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I
you
agree.
have to have everything.
I absolutely agree. What is something that you wish you knew when you first started in a suite? Did we kind of?
Um, so I will say this. Um, I think that's more of I don't know if it's just a suite. Well, yeah, because once you're in a suite, you're only doing this for yourself. Is bookkeeping. I
Mm,
just at my first,
this
well,
is
let's
good.
say maybe first 5 years was
Mm,
just purchasing everything, not keeping records of anything, and then now that I'm trying to get every little penny back. When it
yeah,
comes to filing taxes, I didn't have my bookkeeping the way it needed to be.
yeah,
Now down to a science, so I'm not missing a dime. You hear me? And
yeah,
that's very important. When
yep,
you're paying yourself, you've got to have bookkeeping.
yeah.
So
And I
that
think
would be my
that's such a good one. That's such a good one because I
Mhm.
think everybody, oh, I'm gonna get this many clients, I'm gonna make this much money, I'm gonna go into a suite and la la land. That's it.
Right.
Bookkeeping is something that caught me
Right.
also
Yeah.
off guard. And your finances, your legal stuff. I mean, if you get
Yeah.
into LLCs and all of that,
hmm
all of
Yeah.
that is something to consider before you move into
hmm
the salon suite. So that is
Yeah.
a great piece of advice.
Oh, one other thing,
Mm-hmm.
insurance. Having
Mm,
insurance is something that I did not think about. You want to have it because of the fact that in the event that something happens to this building, you know, everything that's in here is not going to be covered.
mm-hmm.
You have to cover your own stuff with your insurance. So, insurance is very important.
Yeah. What type of insurance would you recommend?
Renter's insurance.
Renters insurance. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Because that'll
Yes.
cover all your
Yes.
belongings. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
And
thought you were
list
going to go
everything.
into also, I mean, insurance across the board is good. The renter's
Mhm.
insurance and like insurance on, if anything happens to you, if you're not able to work, if you need to be off. I mean, that kind of insurance that'll cover those times when that suite rent still needs to be paid and you're unable to
Mhm.
work. So it's a lot of things like that you definitely have to consider as well in a suite. So yeah, you're absolutely
Yeah. Yep,
yeah.
yep, yep.
Those are
I
not
didn't
things
think about hmm,
those are not things you know at the beginning.
exactly. Yeah, one thing I learned during COVID too about and I didn't follow through, but just in case anybody else would like to do something like that, is having
Mhm.
your hands insured. I
Yes.
didn't think about that and didn't know about that. However, before this happened, I experienced what's called a perinechium, where
Mm.
I had this infection in my thumb, and it was basically from doing hairs. Maybe somebody's dandruff got stuck under, my skin or whatever. And so it caused a bad infection, and I had to have my finger lanced. I couldn't work for at least 3 days. Now, mind you, that wasn't a long time, but it's
Yeah.
3 days of no income,
3 days is a lot.
no money coming back in. And
Yeah.
so, and then I had to push these people, out or whatever. So
Yeah.
it's just, I think that's something to have, because you could, the way it was explained to me was I could have used short-term disability for that time,
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
even like for, us women, or even men too, because they're fathers.
Yeah.
When you go on paternity leave, you
Yes.
can get paid for that as well, because if you're in contract,
Yeah.
if you get pregnant in the middle of that contract, you still have
Yeah.
to fulfill your
Yeah.
obligations to your
Yeah.
booth rent, even if you happen to go on maternity leave. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's a good thing to have as far as
Yeah.
insurance on yourself as well. Yep.
Absolutely. And some salon suites, they do have vendors or companies that they refer to renters, or
Hmm.
if they don't, you got to, ask around, ask other suite owners who they use or who they recommend. But some salon suites, they kind of look out for you in that type of way. So, but it depends on where you are. But
Right.
that's very important. Oh goodness, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Oh,
Hey,
that sounds
it's a
painful.
learning experience, I tell you.
And that's why
That's
I
why
keep gloves in
gloves
my
are,
hair.
yes, ma'am. Gloves are important.
Oh my goodness. And then like 3 days doesn't sound like that long to anybody else, but to us, if you have 5 clients in each day, that's 15
Thank you.
clients. You gotta reschedule. You gotta figure
Yes.
out that money you're gonna miss out on. 3 days is a
Hmm.
long time.
Yep.
Woo. So yeah,
Mhm.
don't have that happen.
Yeah.
All right. So just to wrap everything up, where can our viewers find you if they'd like to experience this head spa of yours?
Okay, well, come on down to DFW, and this is in Arlington, Texas. And you can always follow me on any of my social media platforms. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I have a very small presence on YouTube and
You have to get the YouTube up.
um, I know, right? Here we go with that filming again. And Pinterest, those two, I have a very small little engagement and following on there, but I'm on there. But yeah, all of the handles is the Loc Tribe, so TheLocTribe. And yeah, other than that, you can find me on Google if you're in the area and looking for me. Look up the Loc Tribe.
Awesome. I love it.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
just to end, is there any last words that you would like to tell any aspiring salon suite owners?
Um, Number one, check out the Sweet Talk. Um, but then let's see. I don't know. I think just everything that we covered in this segment,
You
just
gave some pretty good information.
plan. If
Yeah.
anything I can tell you, plan for everything. And if you whatever you don't know, find out, ask somebody, come on the Sweet Talk, find out what you need to know, because this is going to be your baby, and you want to try, when you're a brand new mother, looking through all the maternity books, talking to all the midwives and all the older women have done this before. So do that.
Yeah.
Take care of your baby, so that way your baby can grow up and take care of you.
Hey, hey. Treat them right and they'll treat you right.
That's it. That's it. That is
Well, I love
it.
it. This has been an amazing conversation with, once again,
It
the
has been.
Natasha Ford at the Loc Tribe,
Thank you,
located in
Rainy.
Arlington, Texas. She's an amazing loctician, trichologist, and beauty professional period. So you guys, if you
Thank you,
have
Lola.
questions, if you have anything for either one of us, please leave it in the comments below. Her information will be listed in the description. So if you are looking for a loctician in the area, I will have that information posted. But until next week, we'll see you on the next episode of Sweet Talk. And I hope everyone enjoyed watching. Thank you. Say bye.
Bye, guys.